Today I'm going to try and transform my hair and just tackle the mixture of crap that's going on at the moment. A few months ago I was purple all over. I did a tutorial on how to do this color, loved it, but the main part of the color that has stuck is the undiluted portions I did, which include on my natural regrowth that I already had. So I have maybe an inch or so of my natural regrowth. Then I've got natural regrowth with purple direct dye over the top. So all this is still stained purple. Then I've got a few chunks of that purple throughout my hair, which is still the direct dye. And all of this kind of gray silver tone, again, is another kind of wash out mask that I did a tutorial on, which is just faded to this. There's a lot in there. I have not bleached my hair since October last year, so about 9 months or so. So this is 9 months of the regrowth for me. Baby's due in maybe 3 or so months. I want to try and make it a little bit more natural, a little bit more easy maintenance. So if you guys are wondering, I am a qualified hairdresser, also a qualified makeup artist, and I just create videos here on YouTube. So welcome. Reflexes. So for this step today, I'm going to try a direct dye color remover. I've used this in the past, have a video on it, and sadly it didn't actually remove the direct dye from my natural regrowth. So where I have this purple band, I'm not 100% sure if it's gonna work. This is a different brand of color than the last time, but I still think it might be a good idea to try and just lift out some of that old direct dye. So this is the Malibu C DDL, so direct dye lifter. You can use with 10 or 20 volume, especially on my dark regrowth. And you need to check it every 5 minutes, can process for a maximum of 45 minutes. All right, so I've mixed this up as per manufacturer's directions. I just had a look at my test strands. I'll show you guys a photo. And the section where I just put straight bleach and 20 over my natural regrowth, over the existing purple, it's like red. So I think direct dye lifter is going to be just a good start, and we'll just go from there. So I'm just doing it on this purple section up until where the pre-lightened section hits. Alright, this is another mixture, but I mixed it with 10 vol this time because this is already quite light. Man, don't mind all this. I've been pregnancy hormones, emotional today, resting my hand like this, obviously. Pretty much the same thing happened as last time when I used a direct dye lifter. So I do have a video on it, basically trying to remove the direct dye from virgin hair. It goes red. Last time I was already a red shade, so I was expecting it, but this time removing quite a cool toned purple, it has gone red. So it also did touch and change my natural regrowth. Obviously I used 20 vol. That's right, I'm planning on doing a recolor anyway. But yeah, so part of me thinks, I don't think it's the underlying pigment of the direct dye. I honestly think that, you know, it's almost like bleaching your natural hair and just not having enough lift there, that it just doesn't quite get blonde, and you know, it goes through those stages. So that could have definitely happened. I did do some test strands last night to see what would happen with different ideas. So one idea was to neutralize the red with green first, and then once it's neutralized, bleach over the top. And so I did that, and I know hair colors kind of like paint, you put layer upon layer upon layer, and that it's still all underneath there. So when I bleached it, it still went quite red. So I think the neutralizing didn't actually do that much. And then I did another one where I just did some bleach, and still it is a brighter reddy kind of pink color, which is this bit here. Options are doing basically a dark color to neutralize all of that red, which is pretty much what I did last time I came into this scenario. I did quite a real ashy color and melted it through with the rest of what I had in my hair at the time. And that did turn out really, really well. And it faded really nicely as well. However, because this time round I do have a fair bit of regrowth, like quite a chunk, and I know this is going to look very kind of dark and blocky, I wanted to try and blend it a little bit more. I know bleaching it's going to give me a brighter kind of reddy tone. With a super ashy toner, eventually it's going to counteract it and kind of fade out to a lighter shade. So what I'm thinking of doing is going in and doing some kind of foils, balayage, just to give myself like a few little highlights around my face, maybe a few in here, and try and break up some of that regrowth a little bit. And chances are once I tone it, you won't see them at the moment. You'll probably see them in a few weeks as it kind of fades out, but that's okay. In between those foils, I'm going to do pretty much my natural color, quite an ashy version to counteract that red, and drag that through my whole head on all of that regrowth, and that will get rid of some of these lightened sections as well. I might also drag some of that regrowth color through some of this blonde slightly in areas to try and help it meld through and get rid of a super harsh demarcation line. So foils are in, and I cannot for the life of me find my blue pigment, which is an additive for the color to really counteract that red. I could not find it. So I've tried to make it as ashy as I possibly can. So basically those foils did go quite red. Some of them lifted not too bad in the front, but then back here it's like, oh, hello. So I needed to go in with a toner anyway, so I'm going to do maybe a staggered 3 toner and just meld it all in. For the first foil toner and just slightly down past the dark areas, we are going to do a combination of Fenola's 8 Ice and Di Lorenzo C8. For the mid colors, we're going to do C9 from Di Lorenzo and probably 9 Ice. And the ends, I will do a 10 level, so probably just 10 Ice from Fenola. Okay, so since last part of that video, it has now probably been 2 weeks or so. So my hair has definitely had a break, but it is definitely not where I want it to be. From front on, it doesn't actually look too bad. The balayage in the front still showed up really quite nicely, and I think it breaks things up a little bit in this front kind of area. Obviously, I still do have, you know, lots of regrowth happening, but we did our best. So there is still a lot of red, and I'm not sure if you guys can really see it. And no joke, after I did that toner, I literally found the ash pigment that I was looking for before. I was like, holy crap, there it is. There it is. So what I'm going to do is go back in and just retone the root area. not heat styled my hair. I blow dried it a few days ago, but that's all I've done. So it's kind of been in a plait. So I do apologize for any frizziness, or, you know, we're going natural today because I just can't be bothered. So I still do feel like I've got some redness up here that I can see in certain lights. You guys probably won't be able to pick it up too much on camera, but this is the result. Like, it does feel definitely a lot better. It does have a lot more shine to it. And yeah, I am happy with it. I do like it. It's going to be so much easier for baby. However, I'm thinking of possibly going a little bit darker. Let me know what you guys think. I did put a poll up on my Instagram. Something similar to those photos, like something that's a bit more glossy, like actually put a demi gloss on it. I feel like some of this blonde is just still dehydrated and just dead. Perhaps I will still keep, you know, a few little highlighting pieces around my face or coming from underneath. Maybe just a few random bits, but then basically doing kind of rootish color throughout the rest, like going a little bit darker. I have not been darker for a really long time. I do like my hair this color, but at the moment I'm just feeling like I need a really good cut and just something glossy and shiny and just, I don't know. I'm not saying I'm not happy with this, but I think I'm just a bit over it. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys like this. Like, it definitely did turn out nice. True, I like those little kind of balayage. Definitely really like those, and it does break it up a lot more. Anyway, rainbows, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys all in my next one. Bye.